Hey, I'm Andres.
Hi, my name is Jesse, and today we're going room to room asking Westmore teachers their opinions on Trump and Sanders possibly becoming next president.
What's gonna cut, remember? But first, we're gonna go over the opportunity costs and benefits of both candidates.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over some opportunity benefits and opportunity costs of Bernie Sanders becoming president. So a couple opportunity benefits is what you see is what you get, which means almost everything he says is what he really believes. He's raising money the way it was meant to be raised, and he doesn't care, which means he doesn't really care of what people think of him. And he's energized young liberals, and many of his ideas are just common sense. And some opportunity costs is that he's an ideological purist. He's never proven to be an actual leader. Those who know him best and have worked with him most seem to be endorsing Hillary Clinton. A lot of his supporters is coming from young voters, and he's a self-described socialist who's going to be 75 in 2016.
It is 2016.
It is 2016.
And I'm going to be talking about the opportunity benefits of Trump. First of all, he's bringing jobs back to America. He's a smart businessman. He knows what to do to get his way. He supports free enterprise and favors less regulation of the market. And yeah. And the opportunity costs of Trump are, he has no political experience. People say he's a racist. He's untrustworthy. He makes impulsive decisions. And he's ugly.
And now we're going to see what our fellow Westmore teachers think about Trump and Sanders possibly becoming president.
Cool. Yeah. All right. How do you feel about Trump being possibly being the next president of the United States?
I don't think other nations would talk to us because he's not very diplomatic, and I don't think other nations would take us seriously. So if that happened, it would be interesting to see.
And how do you feel about Bernie possibly being the next president of the United States?
Well, I think that's possible. Who knows? That one will be a tough one to see. I'm more concerned about what would happen if Trump were
President?
Yes,
Okay.
it would be interesting to see. I don't know if that helps you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. What's up?
Mr. Bronstein, how do you feel about Trump becoming our next president?
Well, it really scares the poop out of me, to be honest. And even though I'm not really a big fan of Hillary Clinton, I will vote for Hillary Clinton in a New York minute rather than see Donald Trump become president. Donald Trump as president is not only scary for our country, it's scary for the world. And I'll just leave it at that, okay, guys?
What's a New York minute?
A New York minute is like that, okay? I don't even need to give it a second thought. I'll vote for Hillary. I won't even consider voting for Trump. He is unbalanced, he is scary in his viewpoints, and his ideas are just crazy, okay?
Okay, Ms. Chambero, how do you feel about Trump becoming our new president?
I feel scared. I feel like he's going to cause World War III, and he's going to make a lot of enemies.
How do you feel about Sanders becoming our president?
Better, definitely better. I would definitely vote for Sanders over Trump, of course, but kind of actually not really excited about any of them, really.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. How do you feel about Trump possibly being our next president?
Well, should he win, I shall be moving to Canada.
Okay. How do you feel about Bernie possibly being our next president?
See, now he's a lot better of a candidate. I think his platform is real. whereas Trump doesn't even have a platform really. So what he proposes, I think, is doable if the Republicans don't block him like they did with Obama. So should he win, I think we'll be good. Should Trump win, yeah, I'll be moving to Canada.
Okay, thank you. All right, cut. Good. How do you feel about Trump possibly being our next president?
I'm very scared and my passport's ready.
Okay. How do you feel about Bernie possibly being our next president?
He gives me really great hope and I'm really excited to see who is supporting him.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chu, how do you feel about Donald Trump possibly becoming our president?
I feel pretty strongly that it won't happen. Honestly, I don't think the American people would ever do that. If it did happen, my first emotion would be disappointment, because it would show a lack of education on the part of the American populace. My next emotion, you know how in psychology they teach you fight or flight? Mine would be flight, so I'd be looking for somewhere to go for the next 4 years.
How do you feel about Bernie Sanders possibly becoming our next president?
I also feel very strongly about that. You know, as idealistic as the platform he has is unrealistic as well. And I think a lot of millennials are looking at it as this great thing that he can create. But if you remember back 8 years ago when Obama was elected and his platform was built off of one word, change, a lot of people ended up being disappointed because they didn't see a lot of that. And what they didn't understand was that politics doesn't work like that. The president is your commander-in-chief during a wartime. The president proposes laws and can help enforce them. The president doesn't pass laws. The president can't make laws. The president just basically guides the direction of the country. And so Bernie Sanders is unyielding in his principles. And that's one of the things that I'm really scared of. He doesn't understand that politics requires compromise. And my main fear is if you were upset at Obama for not being able to get enough legislation pushed through, you're going to be incredibly upset because Bernie's not going to get anything through. You're going to have a lame duck president for 4 years. And as strong and noble as his ideals are, they aren't realistic for the way that politics works in America.
Thank you.
How do you feel about Trump possibly being our next president?
I really don't have much feeling about it because it's in my view, it's still an impossibility. I think I would have faith in most Americans to realize that the guy is a joke. He's a fearmonger. He taps into a lot of the hate that's existed in this country since its foundation. So I would hope that people are wise enough to realize that he's just basically a celebrity who really the only reason he wants to be in the White House is so that he can say he slept in the White House. I think that's it.
What about you, Omar?
Oh, God. I think he plays on people's fears and sadly say uninformed Americans. And I echo Mr. Kaflarkian's saying by saying I don't think he'll be the president. But if he does become a president, I am trying to hook up with a woman in Canada and live over there because I am not staying here. As soon as he becomes president, I'm gone.
And how do you feel about Bernie possibly being our next president?
A lot of what Bernie Sanders says that he wants to get done, I agree with. But in this country, we're too far
Is there anybody from maintenance
past.
online?
We've reached a point where what he wants to implement really just cannot take place. So what he says is great. Can it be implemented? I don't think so.
And what about you, Omar?
I think I would love to see him being our next president, but I think that's not going to happen. So I want Mr. K to run independent and become our next president.
I wish I could, but I wasn't born in this country. And according to the United States Constitution, I cannot run for president.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, let's go.